Shalom, shalom. This is Malak Magani again from GMS Wisdom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, call the Lord Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to say also double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and to the men and women who are pushing in the time of the push in the four corners and in Babylon. Again, this is a lesson of encouragement and exhortation, and again, that's a powerful word, exhortation. I was watching the Apostle Elder Paul video, and this really inspired me to go back to look at these things and refresh, just get refreshed. You know, and the main point that he brought out was that, you know, this is no time to be weak. Because if we believe by faith, and that was the word that the brother was bringing out, belief that actually works, and by going out there in the spirit and knowing that the Lord is with you, okay? And again, like I said, it's a series of videos that I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to start out, and hopefully this will encourage. And the first thing I want to look at is this word exhortation, right? Because it was a video of exhortation in the spirit, the Rakah Kadash, that the Apostle Elder went into. And that word exhortation means encouragement, persuasion, pressure, warning, entreaty, appeal, call, charge, injunction, admonishment, and warning. So that's a beautiful word, man. Right? And that's the spirit, because, you know, Yahweh Shai, the lamb, okay, and the lion, he's a lion. And he said that we got to be in a lion spirit and be wise as serpents, harmless as dove. And the only way that's going to come is by faith that we believe, whether, you know, for whether we live or die. Romans 14:8. Okay? So with no further ado, I'm going to get right into the lesson, okay? And so, yeah, a fortress for the soul, right? And the scripture is Ephesians 6:10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. Be strong in Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, and in the power of his might. So, this is the thing. You got to know for yourself. All right? The spiritual man that is working within you got to know. Okay? That you're following the Lamb wheresoever he goeth. Right? On down, as we understand, as his spirit lead us. According to the word. Okay? All right. So I got a quick little reading here. It says, this has always been applicable to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's people in every age of the world, right? Spread in the four corners, okay? And also mainly in Babylon. When I say mainly in Babylon, because that's that is the uttermost part of the earth where this truth is going out from, okay? But how much more so to the how much more so to the election who have meet the constant and most powerful masterly workings of the power of darkness for this time. So yeah, you know, as he said, you know, as we saw this week, those Edomites came up, okay, and threatened those brothers with guns at gunpoint. That's necessary. That's going to happen. Okay, but we got to stay strong in the spirit. Okay. Looking at Yahweh Shai, looking at the Lamb, looking at how he works, on down. And when I say on down, I mean we're going to see the apostles and elders who rule over us by faith, okay, who set up to do this. As we look at Yahweh Shai, we see them standing at the door, and we see the encouragement that they give us. The words of the apostle come sounding down to the lines to this time. The whole armor of the Most High, of power, right? And the water for the breastplates of judgment, which is the Urim and the Thummim, Okay, and the unicorn, in how this truth we see as another beautiful sign from the scriptures that his word is being spread. Okay, and how we're living in the spirit. We see the things coming off. We see the things happening. So put on the whole armor of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Okay? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers and against the rulers of darkness, right, of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in high places. That's Ephesians 6, 11 and 12 right there. These words inspired of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai are appropriate for us. They apply in a special manner to those who are endeavoring to keep the commandments of the Most High amid the crooked and perverse nation among whom they shine as lights in the world. All right, so that's in the Israelite world and also in the Oikoman. Oh, how solemn, how fearful solemn is this time for young men in the truth who have had great light, that their words, spirit, and character shall not be misled to those with whom they associate. Take unto you the whole armor. Verse 13, make your guide the word, right, and prayer, and fasting and supplication, the whole armor which is furnished you in the scriptures is all prepared for you to take. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all to stand, therefore, having your loins girt, okay, with truth, Verse 13 and 14. Fiction, spurious interpretations of the scriptures, dishes of fables are everywhere presented for your acceptance. But greater discernment is needed, that the girdle should be the golden chain of truth, and having on the breastplates of righteousness, not your own, but the righteousness of a Mashiach Yahushai, call along Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai a Mashiach. This is the fortress of the soul. We may with Yahushai's righteousness, going before us, withstand the moral darkness and penetrate the devices of the satanic agencies. So yes, the mark of the beast, all of this stuff, witchcraft, and all this will be put to shame. Now I'm going to go to some real quick scriptures here on the matter. Okay, I just want to share a few of them. There's too many that I got to go through, but most of them I'm going to just give, because like I said, this is a straightforward video. I'm in already 10 minutes. Okay, and I just want to go into some here. Alright, right in the passage. As a matter of fact, that entire chapter is very straightforward. Okay? If you start from the first verse, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is the light. Now, your spiritual parents, you got to know who they are, that they are the apostles. Okay? And also your literal parents, if they are following along in spirit and in truth. Okay, that we got to obey them. We got to obey them spiritually if they're following in line. Okay, honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment, right? Which are these scriptures first and foremost, and then our literal parents. Like I said, if they are following in line. Okay. Ephesians 6 and 3, that it may be well with thee, that thou mayest live long on the earth, right? That the Lord may preserve you. He says that in Deuteronomy 28, right? Verse 4 of Ephesians 6, and ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonishment of Yahweh while Yahweh shy. So that's what our spiritual parents do, the apostles. right? As we look at Yahushua as the perfect example, because they follow that example, and we follow Yahushua and that example that they give us. Okay, so Ephesians 6 and 5, servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh. So we got to understand that the masters over us, they materialize in the flesh, but we got to understand that they're spiritual men, that they're led of Yahushua, and that they follow the word. It says, with fear and trembling and singleness of heart, as unto Yahushua. Self-explanatory. Verse 6, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as the servants of Yahushua, doing the will of Yahweh of power, from the mind, from the heart. Okay? With good, with doing service as to Yahweh, and with goodwill doing service as to Yahweh, Yahushua, and not to men. Okay, so we got to understand that. It starts with Yahweh and Yahushua, right? Yahushua, understand, because he comes in the name of the Father. Verse 6, knowing whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall receive of the Lord, whether he be bond or free. And there you go, verse 9, and ye masters do the same things unto them, forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master is also in heaven. Okay, so yeah, so that's why it's a great exhortation in the spirit when the Apostle Ricard shared that video. And now the Spirit is leading him, because it says it right here. He knows that his master is in heaven, just like we know that our master is in heaven. Okay, neither is there respect of persons with him. So let's be careful of that. All right, let's just let the truth shine in Yahushua. Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh, while Yahushua, and in the power of his might. That was the opening text, right? And put on the whole armor of Yahweh of power, that ye may be also stand against the wiles of the devil. All right, so like I said, I'm just repeating this, but I'm going to go into read the rest of the chapter. Very, very encouraging, solemn exhortation. But I got a lot of scriptures. Psalms 119, verse 160. Psalms 121. That's a solemn encouragement right there. I'm not going to read it, but when you read it in likeness of this lesson, you must read it, because it's very encouraging. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go to it right now. Okay. So yeah, it says here, let me just get to it. It says, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, right? And the hills is heaven, right? Where Yahushua is the mediator, from whence cometh my help. Okay? My help cometh from Yahweh, while Yahushua, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved, and will keep thee, and will not slumber. So Yahushua is not sleeping, and it's not time for us to think that he's this is a far off thing, okay? And that the spiritual powers is only going to be given right at the end, in the sense of he's not going to rehearse righteous acts with us. We got to understand this, and we got to prove it in the Word. Everything that we see and what we hear, we have to let the Word be our guide. Verse 21. Verse 4 of 121, Psalms 121. Behold, he keepeth Israel, right? Israel is what? His firstborn, and also his son shall never slumber nor sleep, right? Because he keeps it.